make sure he gets out early.
He's worked hard his whole life and put money away for retirement, but the 41-year-old says a decision to change superannuation providers may have cost him his life savings.
You know, they'll talk in numbers of, we'll have you $800,000 in your super by the time you retire, $1 million, you know, really crazy things like that. And unfortunately, I fell into it a little bit and I got a bit excited.
That's all right. All good. Beautiful.
He was sold a dream by financial advisory firm VentureEgg, whose telemarketers convinced him to leave ANZ and transfer his super to Ozprac. The money was then funneled into a managed investment scheme called First Guardian that collapsed this year after withdrawals were frozen. Juan Carlos was told in January that he and 6,000 others stand to lose $590 million between them.
When I got that email, my stomach dropped. I've spoken to some people in their mid-60s, $350,000 gone.
The federal court has slapped travel restrictions and asset freezes on directors of Falcon Capital, the trustees behind First Guardian. According to court documents filed by the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, it's alleged one of the directors, David Anderson, moved $274 million into offshore companies tied to him shortly after he was alerted to the corporate watchdog's probe. Tens of millions of investor cash was also poured into his own failed property developments, craft breweries, and a struggling restaurant group. $5.5 million was allegedly transferred into his personal bank account, some of which was used to make a mortgage payment on his $9 million Yarra Riverfront home, and $45 million was paid in marketing fees to lead generators who used a network of financial advisors to funnel investors into the scheme.
We think this is on an industrial scale.
Mr. Anderson declined to be interviewed, his lawyer telling ABC News he did not wish to participate in a trial by media and that ASIC's allegations were untested in court. Christian Eriksen had all of his $140,000 in retirement savings invested in First Guardian through superannuation platform Netwealth.
As far as I was aware, every entity in that superannuation platform was a government-regulated superannuation fund.
The 59-year-old had planned to retire this year, but will now have to keep working or sell his home.
It's just astounding. That just really makes me angry that someone wasn't doing their job to allow this to happen for so long.
Mr. Eriksen isn't the only one with questions about the oversight of high-risk managed investment schemes and their relationship to financial advisors and superannuation platforms, including those offered by major investment firms, which ASIC says needs to do more to protect people's superannuation.
Because some of these funds sat on platforms like Macquarie or Equity Trustees, they thought that gave the funds some kind of legitimacy. In fact, some of them thought they were investing in Macquarie funds themselves.
Investors also blame regulators for stepping in too late and want the government to cover their losses.
Whatever checks and balances are put in place, they're not fit for purpose. They don't work, because if they did, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Greg not only had his super tied up in First Guardian, one of his clients was heavily invested too. When they went bust, he was left with a number of unpaid orders.
People don't seem to realise this can happen to your super. Your super can go. It can just disappear.
ASIC says it's usually only alerted to problems when it receives complaints.
These investors, we acknowledge, are in an extraordinarily difficult position. We have acted on the information available to us as quickly and with as much force as we consider we've been able to do.
The people that are responsible for this, I hope that they watch it one day. You're ruining people's lives.
Leaving many to rethink their future.